What are we covering today? Well, it's a head-to-head competition between Saskatchewan Entrepreneur Program and the Manitoba Entrepreneur Program. Who is the winner? Which program is better for you? Quick introduction. My name is Reza from Ingwe, Canada. We are a licensed immigration company here in Canada, helping businesses, people, and families move across borders. Is this what I do for a living, nonstop, 24/7? Of course not. I'm not an actual full-time YouTuber, but I work hands-on with our licensed team here in Canada, working on actual applications and representing our clients while communicating with the government, both inside Canada, embassies on a daily basis. And this includes representing our own clients and the clients of our B2B partners. Why are we posting this video? Well, these are made for the purpose of sharing our hands-on immigration knowledge with our worldwide audience, including but not exclusive to existing clients, potential new applicants, and immigration consultants and agencies. And if you're thinking about immigrating, well, we're here to help. Get a free email assessment with us by filling out the form down below for eligible applicants only. And of course, if you're an active immigration practitioner or an office, we can assist you with outsourcing your back office operations, including assessments, processing, pre and post landing support. Remember, we are a global mobility solution provider. Here we go. What are the eligibility criteria? Investment. Well, of course, Saskatchewan has increased their investment amount over the past year and a half to $300,000. Manitoba, on the other side, is at $250,000 minimum investment for eligibility if you're in the metropolitan Winnipeg area region. And then if you go into the rural regions, you're back to $150,000. So they're pretty much very similar. Exploratory visits. Well, it's not mandatory for Saskatchewan, but recommended. And if you're doing a business purchase, mandatory. For Manitoba, it's not mandatory, but highly recommended. So, is there an option to purchase? Yes, there's an option to purchase existing businesses. Both provinces allow that. There are a lot more criteria outlined with Saskatchewan in terms of the requirements. So Saskatchewan gives flexibility, but they also have a whole list of requirements of what the previous owner of the business should be, how the arrangement should be if you are buying a business. Timeline before being nominated for PR or being eligible to be nominated for PR, both provinces, 6 months. Most provinces are 12, as you may know. Vancouver, Toronto, Ontario, BC metropolitan programs are 18 months, which is quite long. And the rest of the provinces are all around 12 months. Before the final PR nomination, well, you need to submit a final report to both provinces with all the details of what you've accomplished, your business performance agreement, and so forth, the investment amounts, your payroll. However, in Saskatchewan, they will do an unannounced visit to your site. In Manitoba, they'll get on a call with you as well, but there may not be an unannounced visit. Business plan in both provinces is of course required. An age limit. There's no age limit for any of these two provinces, unlike some provinces. There are points that are assigned, but if you're 55, 40, 60, it doesn't matter. You are eligible to apply for both provinces. Language proficiency, huge difference between the two provinces. Manitoba is strict. They want a Canadian language benchmark of 5 up front when you're submitting your expression of interest. Saskatchewan doesn't require anything, which is great, right? So it just shows you that Saskatchewan is more flexible. Let's look at the residency obligations. Of course, both of them, you need to spend at least 75-80% of your time in the province, in that region where your business is. Education requirements, they're very low for both provinces. Education, no minimum requirements, Saskatchewan. It doesn't matter if you went to high school, you didn't, you had a PhD, you didn't, they don't care. In Manitoba, you do need a high school diploma. as a bare minimum, but anything beyond that is just bonus points. Active participation in the business, that's the same across all provinces. You cannot do passive income. You cannot do passive investment. You cannot start a business, leave, come back after 6 to 12 months and say, okay, I'm ready for my PR. This is not the program for you. Job creation. Saskatchewan wants minimum 2 jobs created for anyone to be eligible under this entrepreneur stream. Manitoba, 1 minimum. Canadian business shareholder requirements. Both provinces require you to own at least 1/3 of the business that you're proposing to start. And in Saskatchewan, if you're proposing to own less than 1/3, the investment amount should be at least $1 million. So they do give you that option. Manitoba does not. Co-applicants, as co-applicants into this PNP entrepreneur program, Saskatchewan allows it. Very flexible, a lot of options. Even with Canadians or actual applicants from overseas doing a joint venture. Manitoba does not have this option. Economic sector priorities. Well, they don't have explicit economic sector priorities for eligibility. With Manitoba, they have prioritized sectors. But again, it's not eligibility. It's a bonus point if you are aligned with their priority industries and sectors that they want investment in. Interview requirements. An in-person interview is required in Saskatchewan, and in Manitoba, it can be virtual or remote. So there you go. That's an advantage. But keep in mind, Manitoba really is strict on that exploratory visit. So if you're thinking of never coming over, well, maybe Manitoba is not the right fit for you. The net worth audit, both are mandatory. Every single province, all the 11 or 12 entrepreneur programs in Canada, in the regions, territories, and provinces do require it. They have CPA firms designated by the provincial nominee office that will audit all your assets overseas or anywhere in the world to verify your minimum eligibility of $500,000. What's a program application fees? $2,500. You don't need to pay that up front. Only after you've been invited and you're submitting your application, you got to put proof of payment as well. $2,500 for both provinces. Other alternative business programs for these provinces. Saskatchewan has a farm stream and the international graduate entrepreneur stream besides the regular entrepreneur stream, and Manitoba only has this stream and the international graduate entrepreneur stream. So as you can see, both provincial entrepreneur programs in Saskatchewan, Manitoba are looking to attract and retain business savvy individuals who want to settle in that province. It's important to remember that eligibility criteria can change anytime. Prospective applicants should always check their EOI points before planning to apply. And of course, we're going to jump into those points now. They both allocate points for senior management or ownership experience. So you can start in Saskatchewan with gaining 10 points if you have at least 4 years of experience. You gain bonus points if you've owned 50% of a business and for longer durations. In Manitoba, if you have more than 3 years as an owner, you do get 20 points, up to a maximum of 30 points, depending on the length and duration of time that you've been an owner operator. Saskatchewan, unlike Manitoba, also awards bonus points for having experience or ownership of a business back home in the applicant's home country or residential country, where you have met specific revenues that were audited. What's the age points? Well, ranges 21 to 54 for Saskatchewan will gain points, but this is not an age restriction, it's just bonus points. And in Manitoba, 25 to 49 gives you those 15 points as well. Net worth. If you have the bare minimum in Saskatchewan, you get nothing in terms of points. In Manitoba, if you've got anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million net worth, which is the minimum eligibility starting at 500, you will get 5 points and higher points up to 10 points if you even have over $3 million of net worth. The investment amounts. Well, if you do minimum investment in Saskatchewan, you get 0 points. In Manitoba, if you invest minimum, you will receive points in the capital region. And if you invest $150,000 in rural, you will also get the 20 points. Business research visit, like Exploratory, You don't gain points in Saskatchewan, but in Manitoba, they give you 10 to 20 points depending on how long you've been spending time there for your exploratory trip within the last 1 year before you submit your expression of interest. Economic priorities. So Saskatchewan, you can gain up to 15 points if you're investing in tech, science, manufacturing, and rural business development. So something that is adding value to one of the rural regions. Manitoba doesn't break it down in that detail, but you can gain a maximum of 20 points if your business concept and the priorities are aligned with the province's priority industry. So from 15, 10, or 5 points. If it's not very good priority alignment with Manitoba, you'll get 5 points. Adaptability. Both provinces give you additional points for spouses, yourself, having family in those provinces, whether Manitoba or Saskatchewan. If your spouse or you have studied there before, if you've had work experience, if you have immediate family members. They're both quite picky on this. Official language requirements. It's not mandatory in Saskatchewan as we claim, but if you have a CLB4, you can get 5 points and maximum 15 for CLB6. In Manitoba, you do need a CLB5 to start the process from the beginning. That will give you 10 bonus points. Education, Saskatchewan, no education, but if you do have post-secondary, you'll get 20 points, have at least 1 year, which means, wow, again, they're giving you easy points here, folks. Manitoba, anywhere from 0 to 10 points, depending on if it's a post-secondary diploma, college, bachelor's, PhD, master's. Job creation, you will get 0 points in Saskatchewan for meeting just 1 to 2. But if you do 1 to 2 in the metropolitan regions, you can get 10 points in Saskatchewan. So in Manitoba points matrix, there are no job creation points. So in general, both programs are great, short, and Saskatchewan even more flexible than Manitoba. And of course, if you're thinking about immigrating, whether permanently or temporarily, you're at the right place. We just don't offer immigration. No. We offer solutions. So if that's what you're looking for, you're at the right place. I can guarantee you only 1 point. You'll know what to expect, entire process clearly laid out for you because we've done it so many times. And all the risks identified, including costs. Our legal agreements are based on payment milestones, which are linked to your application progression. We don't take 100% advance payment for your business immigration applications. We have a $1 million liability insurance, which protects you and us from fraud or mistakes, as well as an insured dedicated client trust account with a Canadian banking institution. Our team speaks over 9 languages, and I'm serious. And we help applicants from over 50 different countries, and I'm serious. If you're ready to apply and want a one-on-one session with me or one of my immigration team members at Anywhere, you can also book a session directly using the consultation link in the description of this video.